Okay, today I'm going to talk to you guys about some of the issues that come with growth with a small party rental company, which is a good problem to have, and how I'm navigating that. Hi, I'm Emily. I own a few side hustles, and on TikTok, I basically focus mainly on showing people how I run a small party rental business that can bring in $300 to $1,000 a week, working from home, renting out stuff you own to other people having parties and events. So follow along for those details. Okay, so let me show you the reality. We've been in business for the party rental business side about 7 months, and we've grown quickly. I used to just have a small room in my house. Now that room is taken over, and half of another room is taken over in my house. And then let me show you the garage. So I had shelves set up, all of this organized, but I have way too much stuff now. And we just got everything returned from the weekend. So it's everywhere because before I can put it away, I have to go through it and make sure everything's clean. It still works. There's no damage before I release the deposits that I had charged. So this is what stuff ends up looking like. Things everywhere that got dropped off that now I have to go through and check in. We've got tables, we've got chairs, we've got tubs of everything, just everything I have to go through. Needless to say, this is not conducive for long-term living at a house when your party rental business is taking over all the spaces. It's a good problem to have because that means we're growing. If you've followed me for a while, you know I started out just renting 3 yard games were the only things that I owned, and I was just renting out yard games online. And it has grown to hundreds of items. I can easily do $1,000 a week in rentals from my house. But now we're growing and it's time to kind of pivot a little bit, which is a good problem to have. A couple weeks back, I asked a question asking people who have grown a rental company like this, what they would suggest, because I was looking at warehouse space, but it was about $1,200. And if I'm averaging like $3,000 to $4,000 a month in party rentals, that seemed kind of high. So I asked people that have done it for some feedback, and I got a lot of DMs from people with a lot of tips. A couple that I got that I thought were very important was they were explaining you don't want to spend over 10% of your income on a storage facility. So that was huge because if I'm making $3,000 to $4,000 and I'm going to spend $1,200, you know, we're at that 25 to 40% range depending on what you make. So that was too high. I did find a storage unit right around the corner from my house that I think this will work perfectly for $150 a month. So I'm staying under that 10% mark. So I'm very excited with that. That's what I love about this community is that you can find other people who have already done it first that are willing to offer tips and advice along the way. And working with other people is, it's the best. That's the best way you're going to learn. But party rental companies are growing. We do ours that are affordably rented items that people come and pick up from us and they set up themselves and then they bring it back. So we're doing a larger volume of weekly sales at a lower price point. And that has worked for us. It's not for everybody. Some people would rather do a higher price point, lower volume. So you can decide. But the business is growing, which is great news and good problems to have. But I will always be letting you know how I navigate growing pains because I'm learning as I go as well. Okay, ask me any questions you've got.